What's good, everybody? Back again around the block with myself, D, and my co-host Maddie.
Hi.
So, I don't know if you guys noticed, I did a thing. Fuck yeah! Look at this shit. This fucking shit is magical. Oh man, it brings me joy. I'm proud of myself. This is good shit. Anyways, talk is cheap and all that other fun stuff. How's your day been, yo, Mads?
Um, well, I had a very big day yesterday.
Okay.
So today I have been resting because my sciatica is killing me and my brain is functioning on 2%.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very fun. Uh, so it could be worse. I mean, the worst case scenario, at least you're not pregnant, right? Said he says to the pregnant lady.
Bite me.
Anyways, for fun times, there we go. Sorry, got to send out this link to our. What would we call a group of people that like watching us? Our blockers, the people that like hanging around a generator.
The people that are on our block.
Hey, it's the people around the block. You know what? I like
You,
it. It's
you see
simple.
I
It's
just did
elegant.
that? You see I did that. I did that. Thank you.
I
I
mean,
just said
I
it.
like to
Thank
think
you.
I did it with assistance. Nah, I give credit.
You
You
were
did it.
talking about generators.
I mean, that's what it is. It's a giant generator thing. The
I
block thing.
know, I know, I know, I know. A
But
little hangout spot.
oh, you said you had a good topic for the day. Because if you
Oh,
didn't,
okay. So well, it's one topic. I saw this video on TikTok a couple days ago, and this girl was talking about nonviolent ways that she punishes her kids,
yeah.
and they were just diabolical, like rage baiting tactics that she uses on her teenage son. And I thought it was so funny, so I made my own list.
All right. So okay. So what are some non-violent, I guess, diabolical ways to punish your child? I guess becomes a question.
All right, all right. Hang on one second. Let me go to my list. Let me go to my list. All right. I got 16 of these mofos.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I would take all the chargers in the house and hide them so that when his phone dies, there's just no recharging it.
So he has to sit there and watch in agony as his phone slowly dies.
Yeah. Like, or it dies and so it gives him like the 20% warning. He knows he's already pissed me off. He's sitting in his room all upset or whatever. And he goes to reach for a charger and it's not there.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
something that makes me mad. Like occasionally, occasionally I remember maybe like a week ago, Malcolm got mad at me and took my charger before he went to work and his charger. So I like actually had to touch grass for the day and it made me upset.
To touch grass. That's funny. I don't care what nobody
um
says.
all right, let's see. Um Wall sits is another one of my favorites.
I
My
mean,
dad used to make me sit on the wall. Like he used to make me just do wall sits.
okay. I can see that being a thing. My dad used to make me do that too, but he used to add it up, take it up a notch. He used to make me hold a pencil with said wall sit.
Mm.
And by the end of that, like 5 minutes later, you think, oh, just sitting with a pencil, no big deal. Nah, that pencil after like a few minutes, man, start weighing a ton.
Yeah, my dad used to do something like that to me too, except like he'd make me like hold like a glass of water, like with my arms straight out.
That's diabolical. I thought my dad was crazy for that pencil. A,
It,
a
it
glass
made
of
me strong.
water? That's crazy.
Yeah, like maybe like I think the longest I ever did it was like 25 minutes.
Um, if I
It was
said
a
how
lot.
long, I would probably be lying. I know I've held that pencil for a minute because I remember, I will never forget. He would actually. I remember one time he was sitting in front of me, watching me hold it, And the whole
Yeah,
time,
that's what my dad
anytime it
used
would
to do.
dip a low, he was like, get it up. And it's like, nah,
Restart the time.
nah.
Yeah.
The fear and ramifications of not getting it up, you made me dig deep. Nah, you that ass whooping wasn't worth it.
Yep.
The option was, I will never forget. The option was, I can either do wall sits or I can get my ass whooped. And I sat there and looked. And I said, I do the wall sit.
That's literally that was my dad. That was my dad too. He was like, he's like, I can either like I'm like 15, 16 at this point. He's like, well, I can either bend you over my fucking knee or you can go sit on the wall. And like, I'm I'm 16 years old. I'm not getting spanked by my dad. Like, you got me fucked up. So I went and sat on the wall.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like, I feel like at this point it's similar to when parents will be like, "Hey, go outside and pick your own switch." And
Yep.
I think I was like in first grade when that happened, and my first thought
Yeah.
was obviously to get the smallest, tiniest little branch I could. Uh, Needless to say, anyone that's ever out there that's ever had to dealing with a switch, the small ones are your worst enemies. The big ones are also equally your worst. There's no right answer. They're all painful,
So
but the small ones make this sound, okay, that haunts you.
I lived on a ranch, and like on the ranch, all the trees were either pine trees or willow trees. And willow sticks, when they fall off, they're still bendy and flexible.
Ah.
So like the first time I
Hey,
ever
what
got
up,
told,
Shane?
like I was like maybe like 10 years old. First time I ever got told to go outside and pick my own switch, I picked up that willow stick because it's just a skinny little
Skinny
stick,
little
right? I thought
bendy
it was just gonna
thing.
snap. Yeah, I thought it was gonna snap, right? No, no.
Now,
I had a line across my ass for probably like 2 weeks.
look, hold on, hear me out, okay? I will never forget. One time, my mama sat there and was like, "Have you ever sat there and seen those Walmart coat hangers? They break with like the smallest touch."
Oh my god, yes.
I remember
Oh,
my
don't
mama got
mention
me
the
with
coat
one of those
hangers,
Walmart
dude.
coat hangers. I swear to God, this thing was made out of like adamantium or something, bruh. Because it wouldn't break.
Oh.
She's whooping my ass with this Walmart coat hanger. And I'm like, yo, these things break getting my coat off. But the moment it touches my butt, all of a sudden it becomes like the hardest substance known to man. It's crazy. Anyway,
Hence
sorry, we
why
got
we're
sidetracked.
talking about
What's the rest on your list?
hence why we're talking about non-violent ways to punish your children.
No. Hold on now, because
Um,
I'm a firm
do we
believer
remember
that if my son messes up, he might get that Walmart coat hanger. I ain't gonna lie to you.
do we remember the Nyan cat? Like the Pop-Tart cat?
Yeah. Na 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 na
Yeah,
na.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Making my kid sit on the couch and watch that for like an hour straight.
I don't feel like much of a punishment though. That feels more like I got off easy.
Yeah, it's just rage baiting at that point. Like he just does something like simple to piss me off, but like
Yeah,
at the
I
same
fall
time,
asleep.
like
I
yeah,
was definitely
no
that
falling
kid.
asleep.
I couldn't. That wouldn't have worked with me. I would have fell asleep.
Yeah. Alpha organizing everything in the house that can be organized by either color or alphabetical order.
I
Like
actually think my mom
everything.
actually made me do that. I think it was the VHS tapes. Yeah, I'm that old.
Yeah, room by room.
Yeah, I don't think it was room by room.
Uh
I think it was just the VHS tapes, and we had a lot though. And I was
yeah,
struggling with
I
like
had a
spelling
lot
and
of
stuff,
VHS tape. Yeah.
which is kind of
Uh
it's kind of ironic when I
taking all
think
the
about it. I guess.
like he gets off from school or he gets in trouble at school, right?
Yeah.
I take all the caps off his keyboard before he gets home.
Why? That's. I mean, do you know how to put them back
Diabolical,
on?
right? Yes.
Yeah,
But
I guess that's a
like
punishment.
he's definitely gonna have ADHD, so it's not like he's gonna remember where like to, unless he's like some kind of like master of typing, he's not gonna remember what keys are what. Like he might have like a general idea, but still.
I mean, I I guess that's kind of fair.
taking the shoelaces from his left shoes only. Like he's like, Mom, I want to go outside. I'm like, or I want to go do such and such with my friends. I'm like, no, you need to,
Okay, but what if he
get
has
this done
slides?
first.
I mean, this isn't like when we were kids where it was either like you had shoestrings or not.
I'm not buying my kid slides.
Bruh, you're gonna get him a pair of Crocs.
No, I'm not.
Look, it's okay. Uncle D will get him a pair of Crocs or Hey Dudes.
He can have have like Birkenstocks. I'm not doing that.
What in God's name is a Birkenstock?
Oh my God. Will you just look up the Birkenstock Boston clog real quick?
Hold on. Birkenstock. Yeah, I had to sound that out. I don't know what it is. They're clogs? Oh, those look like Jesus 300s. That look like something Jesus would wear.
Yeah, they're like a Jesus sandal. But they're like a fashionable Jesus sandal.
Fashionable? Arguable.
Shut up.
They look like those Roman gladiator 200s. Hold on, let me put this on the screen because you can't make this up.
It's because you're black. I said what I said.
See? No. Well, you know what? You know what? You might be onto someone with that one.
I said what I said.
You might be onto someone with that one.
I said.
Look, I don't care what no one says. These are the Jesus 300s right here. The I just walked 3,000 miles type shoe. Like,
all right.
Not a single one of these goes, you know what? I can see some black people wearing
Quit
these.
making fun of my shoes. They're like my favorite shoes.
The fact that they're called Birkenstock, they give we're not wearing that kind of vibes. If I see a black guy in some Birkenstocks, man, he gonna get hit with what are those? I'm gonna bring it back from time. What are those?
I have a friend who wears Birkenstocks. For your information, he is darker than you, and he rocks his fits with his Birkenstocks.
Hey, he may rock them.
He's got the limited edition.
If I ever see him in person, he's gonna get a what are those?
Boston clog.
Say that one more time.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Washing out the trash bins, and when I say like the trash, I mean like the ones that go on the curb, like end of summer, like he's out there with the hose.
I mean, but that's not so bad.
Spraying.
Unless you got like maggots inside and whatnot. Hope you guys aren't eating when I said that. That's
we live in Kentucky, so like.
Because I remember growing up, man, it's like the flies were rampant, bruh. And like, yeah, at the very bottom.
Especially in Louisville, I feel like there's just always like I remember it would rain and there would just be like maggots on the outside of the fucking trash can. I was like, oh my God, this is so fucking nasty. I used to put plastic bags, like the gallon plastic bags, on my hands to take the trash to the curb because I was like, this is just so gross.
On the outside of the trash can, that's Lex.
They weren't on the inside; they were just on the outside. It was weird.
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to set up our sponsor. I was so busy trying to get this video made. I totally forgot to set up our sponsor. Dubby. Yeah, we in there. Anyways, yeah. Be sure to wait for next time, man, because we're going to have sponsorship. It's the first one of potentially many. Because we good like
I apologize to our viewers for my co-host here being extremely squirrel today.
Look. Hear me out, okay? Just hear me out.
Why are you still on with the fucking Birkenstocks, dude?
Dude, look, I'm multitasking and I'm trying to find one that looks like I'm not going to get made fun of if I wore them. Look, you brought up a different culture for me, and I like to point out, not a single one of these are being worn by like a black guy. Oh, wait. $154? Oh, nah. No, sir. $154. You done lost your mind. He gonna get some Crocs. Birkenstock made Crocs. Come on. Anyways. So look, I saw this video this morning. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you and Kristen and all of them. It was like talking about autism, and it got me genuinely thinking. I don't understand why people think autism's like a new thing when it has always been around. Um, Granted, like throughout the
Can we just
years, it's looked differently and we've handled it differently. I like to think that how we're handling it now is probably the most appropriate, if that makes sense. But I feel like during those times, everyone thought they were the most appropriate, and everyone's so convinced that acetaminophen is causing autism or shots are causing autism, and the reality of the matter is,
dude, it's literally not everybody. It's just like heavy, like I'm gonna say like, and if you don't like it, if you can't take it, leave. But like, it's literally just heavy right wing conservatives that would rather listen to an old dude and a fucking pumpkin with a hairpiece. Like, I'm
I
so
look.
sorry,
Hear me out.
but
Hear
like,
me out.
our
Okay.
our own president can't even pronounce acetaminophen.
In fairness, there's
his
nurses that
his
don't know how to
words
spell it.
his his words were, it's just not good. It's just bad.
Well,
That's what
what I
he
was getting
said.
at about that was like, because I was talking about it with some coworkers at work, and right now, we got kids that have autism and whatnot, and we think nothing of it, right? We got flavors of autism. We got people like you and me who, I like trains and birds, and you like to read. Um,
I like reading, writing, and horses.
and then you got like, you know, Lego biting, special needs, and then you got the
Window
not,
licking, yeah.
yeah,
Like
window
extra
licking
pop-tarty
and
pop-tarts. Extra toasted.
extra toasted. And there's levels to the onion, but people act like this is a new thing. You know what I mean? And it bothers me
Yeah.
because it's not. Because you go back 100 years, that'd be like what 1925. Um, Having a special needs kid was like frowned upon. Like, granted,
Yeah, they just
at
went
your and
to
my
the
level,
institution.
you're talking about people that have like a weird obsession with something. Whether it's spoons,
Yeah.
collecting vintage plates.
My dad used to collect fucking drills
Yeah,
and like
or
saw
that guy
heads.
that has like everything like Raiders. He has the Raiders
Yeah.
plate with the Raiders jacket. He has the Raiders paraphernalia all over the wall, just Raiders, Raiders. And I'm like, yo, I don't care what no one says.
And he said,
That's a
and they gotta be like, it's like a completist thing. Like I forget what it's called, but like where you have to
completionist
like complete the collection before you move on to
to the
something
next part of
else.
the collection. Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And like,
And
you
when
know,
it's a never-ending thing, like if it keeps coming out with merch, like for instance, like your dad's thing, like he's gonna keep buying the new stuff that comes out because he can never complete the collection because it just keeps coming.
well, in fairness, my dad doesn't have any level of autism, but I do know people that are like that where they have to have more of whatever they're collecting, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you got a little sprinkle of it, man. It's okay. A lot of us
Yeah.
went undiagnosed just because it wasn't really a prominent thing. You know what I mean? We were just considered
Especially in like
weird,
the African American
awkward,
community.
whatever.
Like it's just not something that got diagnosed.
But
A lot like
early
mental health.
1925, mental health wasn't exactly the on the go thing. And
Yeah.
if you had like light autism, autism light, diet autism, uh, if you had diet autism, you were just a weird guy, right? That boy,
Yeah.
what the King of the Hill said, that boy ain't right. Um,
Yeah.
and if you had like on the higher end where you're like biting people and all that other fun stuff and
You're
aggressive,
going into the institution.
you
You're
were
getting
probably
shock
going to an
therapy.
institution. I mean, and then if you
Yeah.
go 100, like if you break it down to another 100 years, 1825, you were locked in a room.
Hashtag lobotomy.
Yeah, well, I mean that's more 1925ish era, but like 1825 back in the day, it was
Actually, okay, did you
locked
know
up
that
and
the
or
reason
witches.
did you know that the reason why a lot of really old houses, this is one of my niches that I know about. A lot of really old houses, especially in the South, their attics lock from the
It's because
outside.
they used to put their
Um,
special needs
because
kids in the
because
attic so they
because
couldn't get
they
out and
used
cause
to
harm.
put, yes,
Yeah,
they would like put them up in the attic, or like
in the
how
basement
there'll
where
be
it
like
can't lock, where
yeah,
it locks from the outside
stairwell,
but not the
yeah,
inside.
yeah,
And it's
yep,
when you think about how far we've come, if that makes sense. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't know if I could handle like If it was like a me and you level, special needs kid, oh yeah, I think that'll be the
Yeah, I
funnest
can
thing
handle
in the
that.
world. You like trains, man?
Yeah,
Me too. Let's go.
me too. Yeah,
But
like
like my son loves trains, and
let's
I'm
go
like
to the
my
fucking train
ninja.
museum.
But I don't know if I could. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely don't think I have the emotional bandwidth to deal with a kid that have like severe levels of autism. Just because
I don't.
I work
Like
with kids with
I
autism, and
yeah.
I love my kids, man. I genuinely do. There's a couple of my kids that frustrate the hell out of me, but at the end of the day, I would burn the world down for them. I mean, they are good kids.
Yeah. Like,
At
and
the
that's
same
the thing about
time,
it too, is
I
that
feel like
like at times they act out, but really it's like I don't know what it is about it. Like I watched this I had her from like 3 to 5, this girl, and she had really high functioning, or not high level, actually, let me rephrase. She had like level 2 autism, and her parents did not
level
want
two.
to take her to be evaluated. So they would just like they treat her like a normal kid that just like acted out and didn't know how to speak.
I mean,
Right?
for
She's
some
like
people
five
that
years
worked
old,
out.
still in Pampers. Um, like
Some people
she
it didn't.
obviously has learning disabilities.
Yeah.
She can't go to the bathroom by herself, can't feed herself. The only thing she knows how to do is say no, my phone, and take cookies from the kitchen. And she was very, very overweight because her parents would just like feed her to shut her up.
I mean, but
And just not healthy things.
the sad thing is that's a lot of people that have
Yes.
kids that have special needs that just refuse, I guess, to
To
put that
accept it.
actual
Yeah.
label or to accept the fact and actually seek
Yeah.
help. It's actually
They
really
hired
sad because
this family. It's extremely sad. This family hired me to get this girl ready for kindergarten when she turned 5, right?
yeah,
She turned 5. They sent her to this really, really nice private school. First day, 2 hours in, she shit herself. And they had the expectation that if that happened, it was the teacher's job to take care of it. The teacher called them and sent her home. All right.
I
And
mean,
I tried
yeah,
to explain to them that the reason, like, because I had her potty trained at the house, but anywhere else that she went, she refused to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Because she liked her familiar place. Like that was where she learned to do it. That's where she was comfortable doing it. And like I tried to explain to them, I'm like, look, like, uh, she's like her first day when she goes, like she's not going to use the bathroom there, and they're going to call you and send her home. And they're like, well, we know what we're doing, da 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 da. And I was like, all right. I was like, you do that, and if you need me to come back, I will come back. Um, long story short, they blamed me for her not being able to go to the bathroom there, and they fired me. Uh, and I was like just kind of flabbergasted at how like thick people can be. You know what I mean when I say that?
yeah. You know, like
Like
some people just are in
I'm like,
such denial about the
yeah, like
situation that
where is
they'll be
your
looking for any outlet that is to blame.
yeah, yeah. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And to this day, like I'm not gonna lie, like I popped like she popped up on my Facebook suggested. The mom popped up on my Facebook suggested, and I looked, and that little girl is now 6 or 7 years old, and she's still wearing Pampers, and like I'm just like I can't.
Well,
It's so sad.
it is sad. On a second
It's so
note, if
sad.
you hear me out and hear me roar for a moment, um, I was actually thinking about this. Oh, shoot, I just had it. Hold on. Notes. Oh yeah, not sponsored by Chick-fil-A, but for lunch I had this pretzel sandwich, dude. Dude, when I tell you,
Dude, they're
sorry, I know we
fire.
were just talking
They're
about
so
autism,
good.
but hear me out. Okay, we're shifting gears a little bit. This pretzel sandwich, fire. Okay, hear me now, fire. It was delicious with the Dijon mustard. Mmm,
Mhm.
mmm. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. You're gonna have to get some of that, cause that right there. Chick-fil-A know what they doing. They disrespectful. I messed up and
I
got a medium
had
lemonade. That was the
They
only.
came
That's my
out with
only
this
comment. I got a
new
medium lemonade.
berry lemonade,
Say what?
and they came out with this new like berry lemonade,
Yeah.
and they also made like a frozen one. It's like a vanilla ice cream that has like the lemonade infused into it, and it's so good. I love Chick-fil-A right now. Like I'm popping this baby out, and the first thing I want is Chick-fil-A because it's just so filling. It never gives me heartburn, and it's so good. I
And
get the exact
again,
same
we're not
thing
sponsored
every
by
single time I go
Chick-fil-A,
to
but
Chick-fil-A.
just saying. Get you
I
some.
get the exact same thing every single time I go to Chick-fil-A. I get a medium waffle fry, a 12 count nugget, and like two things of cheese sauce. And I have them put it in like a big round container, like it looks like it's for soup, right?
That's
And then
oddly
I put the
specific.
waffle fry in there and the 12 count nugget, and I shake that bitch up, and it's like a chicken potato mac and cheese, and it's so good.
See,
Throw a
I
little bit of
I
the
normally
honey
am very
barbecue.
regiment with what I get from there as well. I normally get the chicken sandwich deluxe with pepper jack cheese, medium waffle fry,
Hmm.
large drink. But
Hmm.
today I was like, you know what? It was on the first thing as soon as you open up the app, featured. I was like, ooh, you look nice. Have you ever looked at food and was like, damn, that looks sexy? Like,
Yeah, like
like,
you're like, ooh, nasty. I want
right? Like, ooh,
it.
you nasty with the pretzel bun, girl. like when like when you go to your auntie's house with the mac, she brought the good mac and cheese. She's just like, ooh, you nasty for
Yes,
bringing that.
with the
Oh,
crumble on top. She bakes it.
oh my gosh, got my mouth watering thinking
Yeah,
about it, man. Like, I
yeah.
don't care what no one says, man. Food itself can be like, man, mouth watering sexy. Not like in a like
This
you
is
want to like
why
make love to
this
your
is why
food,
we
but
have
like,
this is why we have food porn.
I mean, that is very much a thing. That is very much a thing. I was just
No,
thinking
like
of like
no.
it's
Do
food.
you know what you mean? Do you know what I mean when I say that though? Like you
Yeah,
can
like the
like
Food
I love to
Network.
watch people cook on TikTok.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Food Network.
like I love it. Yeah,
Yeah, my
I
wife
grew
is
up on
into
Food
that. Me
Network.
personally, I'm more of a
Yeah.
I like guinea pigs. You know, people that are willing to try my new weird things that come to my mind. Because as a kid, I was a weirdo, and I would just eat seasonings. Okay, just have you ever just had raw oregano? Not in no pasta, not in no salad or something, or just oregano straight from the cabinet. I have. Same with cinnamon, chili powder. I've just eaten, I just tasted it just to see what it tastes like. But it's now to the point where it's like I can imagine how things taste together, and so I just like to make
I
weird
mean,
stuff.
I feel like that's what you're supposed to do though. You're not supposed to fucking eat it like it's a snack, but like you taste your seasoning.
I mean, yeah, it's not like I was in there. It's not like every Tuesday after school I'm like, I gotta get me some chili powder, ma. Like, no, it was just
Okay, I
one
was
time
confused for a second.
I
That's why I
ate
got
some
so
chili
quiet because
powder.
I was like, is this motherfucker just like tapping chili powder into his fucking mouth because he thinks it's good?
No, I'm over here in the corner in my
Okay.
room. DJ, what you doing? Eating seasoned salt.
Oh my God. Speaking of seasoned salt, do you know what my best friend is sending me from? Well, okay, her mom is sending it to her. She lives in Arizona.
There's
She's
only
sending her
what
two
if you're talking
things
about
of
seasoned
it.
salt. If the topic is if it's not Lowry's seasoned salt,
Yes.
the answer
So
okay.
they they make a seasoned salt in the Pacific Northwest called Johnny's seasoned salt.
The answer is
Okay.
wrong. The answer's wrong. The
It
answer's
is
wrong. It's only
no, it's
Lowry's.
not. No, it's
Lowry's is
not.
the
I
only
no, it's
seasoned
not.
salt.
I will fucking die on this hill. Johnny's seasoned salt is the best seasoned salt that you can ever buy.
Girl, I don't
And
know what to tell
I
you. I might have to kill you on
guarantee
that hill because
you
Lowry's
have I don't
seasoned
think
salt
you've had
is
it.
the move. You know what? Hold on.
You
Here's what we're
obviously
gonna do. Here's
haven't
what we're
had
gonna do. Hear
Johnny's.
me out. Hear me out. We're gonna leave it to the chat to put in the comments what their favorite seasoned salt is. And I
Ain't
guarantee,
nobody down here ever had Johnny's.
look,
It's
look,
the
I
Pacific
guarantee they're gonna say
Northwest
Lowry's.
company. It's like trying to get Culver's in fucking Washington State. You're not getting it.
I'm just saying, you know, the demographics. But no,
You're
in all
gonna win
seriousness, that's
by
actually kind of cool.
default.
Johnny's seasoned salt. That's actually what's up.
It's so good.
You're
Like,
gonna have to like send me some. You know, put it in a little like container. Send it to
yeah,
me.
I'll put it in like a little jar so you can try some, and then you'll be like, "Damn, that
Now, what
dumb
you should
bitch was
do is put it in a
right."
baggie.
You're gonna be
Okay.
like, "Shit."
Now, what you should do is put it in a baggie and act all sketchy when you give it to me. Now you be like, "Hey, you got that stuff?" And we just do it right in
I got
front of a
that.
cop. A1.
They
Hey, bro,
walk
I
over.
got
They're
them
like,
Johnnies for you.
what you doing here?" And I'm like, "You want some seasoned salt, officer?"
I got that good shit, officer. Do you want some of this?
Dude, the other day, I was going into a Casey's to get myself coffee, and Malcolm pissed me off right before we got out of the car. We pull up next to a cop, like he's in there getting coffee and donuts. We pull up next to a cop. He's walking out of the store as we're walking. And I was like, "Officer, this black man won't leave me alone." And he was like, I was like, "I think he's trying to take me." And he was like, "Well, you better know how to run fast." And I was like, "Fuck."
Actually, so
The
that actually
police
reminds me.
officer
When I was a
literally
kid,
looked at me and he was like, "You better be able to run fast."
look. So
Shit.
one time as a kid, okay, and it only happened one time, because I'm pretty sure I got my butt beat for it. I can't remember I can't remember afterward. I might have blocked it out.
You probably got your ass beat.
Probably got
for
my
it.
ass beat.
If it's
But,
you probably got your ass beat for it.
probably. But hear me out. So what I think, what ended up happening was, I put a sign up and it said "Help me." Okay, I put it to the window. I think it was in the van before I wrecked it. I was like a kid when I did this stupid shit, and I just realized, like as an adult looking back at that memory, no one tried to save me at all. They just saw this sign in the car. It was just like, kids. Could you imagine driving down the road, you see a sign from a kid saying "Help me," and
I call the police immediately now.
right?
But like, just to be safe, because what if? Because
like, what if you're wrong?
What if
if
I'm
the
wrong?
kid is not being a kid? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What if-
because it happens.
It does
We live
happen.
in 2025, bro.
I mean, in fairness, it's always, and so hear me out, because I will die on this hill. We do not. The United States doesn't have as much gun violence as we as we like to pretend we do, if that makes sense. And listen to what I say first, okay? Because it's gonna make a lot more sense. Each one of you go to a place like Europe, right?
Right.
You go to France, Italy, Germany, whatever. You drive an hour in any direction, you'll pretty much be in another country, right?
Right.
Drive an hour north, you might be in France. An hour east, you're in Germany. An hour south, you might be in like South Africa or North Africa or some shit. I'm sorry, I don't got a map up, so sorry, my geography peeps, if you're not into what I just said. Yeah, I'm not a geography nerd. Anyways, what I'm getting at is, if you do that in any of the United States, any state, right? You drive an hour north, you're in a new state. You drive an hour south, you might still be in the same state. You drive an hour east or west, guess what? You're still going to be in the same state, right?
Yeah.
So the United States is literally 50 states, right? Yeah. 50 states that are practically the size of other countries.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, and hear me out, like, it sounds like a lot when you look at the United States as a whole, right? But if you take the individual states themselves, like, the statistic drops like dramatically. You know what I mean?
It just has to. It depends on the state. Like
I mean,
as
yeah,
somebody
you got
who's
some like Illinois. They have Chicago. That's not
like,
fair.
New
York has New York.
Like, gun violence. Like, I've experienced gun violence in school. Like, I
got robbed at gunpoint. I had my ex-girlfriend on the phone, and she witnessed on the phone me getting robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah, like it happens.
So,
you know
but
what I mean?
it happens. But hear me out. It's not as often as you think, because if you sit there and listen to the news and media and all that other stuff, it happens like every day, right? In the United States, every day. Yeah, but the United States is massive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's normal at this point. Like, I don't know. And like, it's to the point where, like, there's just shit that does happen that, like, I'm unwilling to take a chance with. Like, I recently I've recently started looking at guns to, like, carry on myself, like, when I'm out in public with my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, I am small. I am 5'2". When I'm not pregnant and 145 pounds, I'm like maybe 98 to like 110 pounds, maybe. So like
110.
there's
Never. I don't remember a time where you were 110 pounds.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Yeah, Thanks for reminding me. But anyway, so I've been looking at guns because like one, dude, if a crackhead comes up, if a meth head, detoxing meth head come up to me on the street, right, and he's like he wants to fight, and I'm wearing my baby, or like my toddler's like in my like we're just wandering around like playing on the park like or we're walking down the sidewalk whatever, like I like pepper spray one ain't gonna do shit to that guy.
Yeah,
Two,
I've seen people fight through pepper spray.
recently learned like I used to carry bear spray on me. And for people who don't know what bear spray is, it's like it's bear deterrent. So like if a bear gets too close to you, you turn the other way. You hope you're upwind and you spray it, and it drives the bear off. It mostly affects the bear's smell receptors, and it like burns their nose. So like, but people, like you look at somebody who's trying. I've been robbed while I was in Seattle. Somebody tried to rob me coming out of a fucking concert, and I had bear mace in my purse, and like I like he pushed me. You know how like storefronts, like some of them have like the windows kind of pushed out, and then they go in a little bit where the door is, and the door's kind of in like that a little space of its own. He pushed me into one of those, and he said, "I want everything out of your fucking purse." So I acted like I was gonna reach everything out of my fucking purse, and I reached up and I put that bear spray in his face, and I pulled the clip and didn't take my hand off the little thing. I said, if you would like to live to see the next day, you should back the fuck up. He was like, pepper spray ain't gonna do shit to me, honey. Just give me your fucking wallet. And I said, this is for bears. And he said, oh. And like very slowly backed up. And then like I ran the opposite direction around the corner. My uncle was sleeping in his car. And I I recently learned that bear spray actually doesn't do shit. Um like I know somebody, I'm in a 12-step fellowship. Somebody I'm in the fellowship with was in prison, and or in they were in jail, like in county lockup, and one of the guards there carried bear mace on him instead of pepper spray. And he pulled the what is that the movie called with Michael B. Jordan, where he like turns the sink on and like tries to like fight all the police officers, and like he's got the floor wet and stuff, and he has the
I ain't gonna
thing wrapped
lie.
around his head like
I have no clue what you're talking about. I can't even make up something.
well, there's something like that, and he tries to do that, and the dude I was talking to tried to do that, and they bear maced him, and it didn't do shit. Like he just got back up and kept fighting. So I recently learned that that doesn't work. So because I am a small, white, vulnerable female who's about to have a small child with me, um, I'm buying myself a gun.
A small
Um,
black child. I don't know why that part
Caramel for
tickled me
your
so much.
information. But like I like I feel like I have to buy myself a weapon to like protect myself. You know what I mean? Because shit does happen. Like shit happens. And there are some crazy, wicked fucking people out there for real.
Hey, you're from Seattle, Washington, right?
Close enough.
Okay. Radioactive recall for shrimp. A Seattle seafood distributor has recalled more cooked and frozen shrimp sold at Kroger grocery stores across the U.S. because of an ongoing concern about potential radioactive contamination. Do you got superpowers?
So actually, that recently happened with the Walmart supplier too. There's this place over, I forget where it's at. It's somewhere, um, it's somewhere over by India where these fucking shrimp are coming from. They've been dumping radioactive material and like sewage into the water where these shrimp are, and harvesting them and then sending them over. And like, there's been people talking about it for months. Um, and nobody's done anything about it, and somebody like just decided to put it on the fucking news maybe a few weeks ago.
Hmm.
I started hearing about it, and I don't eat frozen shrimp anyway.
I love shrimp.
Like
I don't like seafood, but I do like shrimp.
yeah, I since I left Washington, I haven't really eaten any seafood. Like I very much value fresh seafood. Don't get me wrong, I've had frozen shrimp before, Like I've been to Texas Roadhouse, I've had their shrimp. Like I've eaten at a seafood restaurant here in Lexington. Like it's just not like you can tell it was all flash frozen. Like it just doesn't fucking taste right after, like being able to go to a fishmonger store at fucking 7 in the morning and buying like fresh Dungeness crab or like fresh lobsters, fresh salmon, cod, like whatever you could possibly fucking imagine for like pennies on the dollar compared to what you're buying it for out here. Like I could buy two or three crabs where I used to live for like $25. Here, half a pound of crab legs costs $31. Like and
Who's
they're not
buying
it's
half
just
a
no
pound of
crab.
crab legs? Who's buying that many crabs? Sorry, I'm asking the important questions.
Half a pound of crab legs is like one crab. 1.5 crabs.
I don't have a point of reference for this.
Like for reference, I could finish off 3 or 4 whole crabs, like headpiece and everything.
I genuinely want to have a crab. Like I've never had it. I feel like
You've never had crab?
I've never had real crab. I've had like artificial crab or like uh imitation crab, I guess is what it's called. But
Dude, haven't you been stationed on like a coast somewhere before? You never went and fucking got crab?
yeah, I may have been in
Buy
Florida,
you
but
buy
in fairness, we got steak. We didn't get crab. I've never had like surf and turf with like crab and steak and all that other good
Oh
stuff.
my
But
god. That is so fucking sad.
is it sad?
That's
Because
so
like it's, don't
sad.
get me wrong, it's on my bucket list of things to eat. But at the same
That
time,
is
I'm like,
sad.
I'm intimidated by the thought. I've never had lobster either. The only shellfish I've ever had is shrimp, and they're delicious.
So you've never had like clams or mussels or anything like that?
No, the closest I've gotten to a mussel is watching Terry Crews suck them down. White chicks.
Damn, dude, that's so that's my I'm genuinely sad for you right now.
I mean,
Like that's shit that I grew up eating. Like I could go to the beach myself. Like I could take 2 hour drive, go to the beach, and pick mussels up off the rocks from the beach. Like
yeah,
and cook them
I'm
right on
not
top of the
driving
beach with
2 hours
Coleman
to the
stove.
beach in Kentucky. So, you
But
know,
you've traveled though. I don't. That's so sad.
yeah, I've traveled the world. I've traveled around. And yeah, eating mussels and crab and lobster has just not been a thing for me.
Mussels are my like absolute 100% favorite food in this whole entire world. I love mussels. It's my favorite food in the whole world.
I mean, have you ever had
There's
alligator?
this. Yes, actually, I have.
Okay.
I've had alligator breast before.
I don't know if it was alligator breath. I just remember when I was younger, I went to
It
the
tastes
Taste of
like juicy
Chicago and
chicken.
we had alligator.
Yeah, it tastes like chicken.
It does taste like it tastes like a more proteiny chicken.
Yeah, that's what, like it tastes like a juicier chicken. Like I don't know how to.
I don't know. I didn't like the texture of it. It tasted gritty.
You
It
know
had a
what I'll have to
grittier
do?
taste.
I'll have to. Oh, that is so sad.
Is it sad? I feel
There's
like it's
this
a normal thing. I feel like
I
most
remember
people
like
in
every
Louisville
single
have
year on
not
my
had
birthday,
like.
like my dad and my uncle would take me to this restaurant in Seattle. It's called the Crab Pot, and like you sit down and they throw a tablecloth over the table. You tell them what you want, and they cook it all in the same pot. So, it's like a seafood boil place, but like it's all fresh seafood that
See, I've always seen
they
in
just
movies.
pulled like straight out of the harbor, and like
I've seen
it's
movies where
like
like they have a fish tank full of crab, and you get to pick your
they just
crab
dump
and
it on
or
the fucking
lobster.
table, and they basically give you a bib cloth, and they're like, "Have fun."
Oh man, I
I
feel like
love
that
it.
would be cool. You know,
Fucking amazing.
sit there, look at a crab, and be like, I don't like the way
Oh,
he's looking at me.
that's just fucked up.
What is?
That is just fucked up. You never even had like crawfish or anything?
What the fuck is a crawfish?
Oh, Did we lose you,
No, no. I think we lost you for a second.
folks? I think we lost DeAndre. Maybe we lost me. I wonder what's happening here.
No, I see
Hang on,
you.
I can't hear you.
I hear and see you. Well, not see, but
Ooh, that's not good. Hang on, folks. I'll be right back. I don't know if y'all can still hear me, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave and re-enter the phone call.
All right. Meanwhile, now we get some content going.
All right.
You back?
Uh,
You good?
I am back. Can we hear?
Yeah. You're good.
Okay, perfect.
All
But
right.
anyway, it's depressing.
I mean,
Like
look,
I'm genuinely, but like
you're
I'm
depressed for
flat.
me.
No, I'm at a loss for words. Like
I,
I think that is absolutely insane that you're like 32 years old and you've never had real crab or clams or mussels or fucking lobster, dude. That's
I know
just
the perfect words for this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that noti bell. Right? Right? Oh, and leave a comment. Helps with the algorithm, Let more people get in
this
touch with
man
our
paid
randomness.
for a bitch. This man paid for a bitch to have to have $100 burger. He's never had lobster.
Now, first off, I didn't pay for shit to have $100 burger. She paid for that.
You
She tried to get
you
me
let
to pay for that.
you let her order. Just I don't. Oh
I
Lord,
didn't
that's
let
just.
nobody do
I'm.
anything. It is the
What's the
equivalent
most
to me going, "Hey, Maddie, let's go on a date." And then we go on a date, and then you order $100 burger, and I don't realize it's $100 burger. It's that simple.
Oh,
I didn't let nobody order nothing. If anything,
that's just.
I'm the victim.
That's fucked up. Well, somebody like I don't know if anyone in the family is watching right now in his family, but if somebody please take him to get seafood for the love of
I
fucking
don't like
God.
fish. I just like shrimp.
It's not fish. It's shellfish.
Yeah.
A
That's what I'm saying.
lobster.
Like I like
A
shrimp.
lobster is
Shrimp are
like
a
a
shellfish, so I
lobster is like
imagine I like
a
crab.
big. It's like a big savory shrimp.
You know what? I'm gonna ask
And
AI.
crab,
Do shrimp taste like crab?
no. Crab is a little bit more. It's more savory and it's like buttery. I
See,
don't
I'm
know
not
how
gonna
to
even lie to
explain
you.
it.
What the hell is even savory? What does savory taste like? Is it salty? Is it
No.
sweet? What is savory as a taste? Describe
Um,
savory.
Savory is uh so you have like sour and sweet and salty and savory. Those are the
I know
two.
what
Those are the
salty
four
tastes like.
categories.
I know what's sweet.
Two goes
I know what's sour. I've
two
never tasted savory and it was like, yes, this tastes savory.
a burger tastes savory. Like a steak tastes savory. Um uh that the pretzel burger
Oh.
today that you had tasted savory. It's like smooth, buttery, like usually protein. Like that's what
All
savory is.
right. So here's what we're gonna do. Bwop. Wait, why are you doing this? Stop that. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's about right. How would you describe savory? Let's find this out first. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I've ever had anything I was like, wow, this is savory. I want to savor it. Like, no. It's tied to umami, the so-called fifth taste. Da, 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 da. So cheese, parmesan, aged cheddar. Okay, I've had parmesan. Put it on my spaghetto. But I've never considered it savory. I just like, okay, this is parmesan.
It's not sour, sweet, or salty. It's savory.
Soy sauce. Because soy sauce is salty.
Soy sauce is salty, but it can be used to make something savory.
When something is described as savory, it usually means it's deeply flavorful, not sweet, and often salty. And often salty.
I feel like salty and savory are okay. So you have sweet, sour, salty, savory. Salty, savory are in a category together. Sweet and sour are in a category together. Both like salty and sour doesn't really taste good. I don't think savory and salty or savory and
Okay, I like
sour
that.
taste good.
Hold on,
Like
this right here.
sweet and sour.
This is the perfect way to describe it, apparently, for me. This helps my mind rationalize what it is. If sweet is like a bright sunshine burst, savory is more like a warm campfire glow. Comforting, grounding, and satisfying.
Yes.
I can dig with it. I can dig with that.
Shellfish prepared properly is savory. Now, if you're gonna have like oysters and a half shell, that's like salty meets sour meets savory.
Uh, See, I love how we've
Like,
been talking about food and my lack of shellfish intake, I guess. Let's
yeah, now I'm craving
look,
seafood.
look, look. Okay, we're gonna ignore the fact that I haven't had that, and we're gonna talk about something else. Like, guess what? I've ridden a horse before.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Look, man, how many? Look,
Are you gonna?
you know what? No, I'm not gonna tell the story about why I rode a horse.
Yeah, I was like, are you gonna tell the fucking story?
Nah,
Tell
can't.
the world, DeAndre. They want to know.
Nah, I can't do that to myself. Nah, I mean I can tell you just because, like, who cares? But
It's taken every fiber of my being not to just tell the world.
nah, if you think you can tell my story, go on ahead. I want to hear how this goes. Yeah, yeah, go on ahead. No,
He
yeah.
so he ended up he's living in Texas, I'm assuming it is at the time, because that's where these creatures are. So we're in Texas. The story's set in Texas. Anyway, as DeAndre would say, he met this chick, and she was like, "Hey, you want to go boar hunting?" He said, "Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'm trying to get laid. Let's do it." Right? He gets to the spot where they're gonna go boar hunting. This bitch pulls up with horses and compound bows. He's like, "Dope. This is primitive." He gets on the horse. He's like, "Awesome. This is fucking primitive. I like this. I can handle this. I shoot guns for a living. Let's fucking go." Anyway, he ends up they journey into the forest, right? He sees a boar. He aims at the boar. The arrow lands off to the side of the boar and misses him. The boar is looking at him. He's looking at the horse, like, what do I do? Or he's looking at the boar, like, oh shit. Horse is looking at him, like, what are we doing now, bro? What are we doing? Boar's looking at him and the horse. Horse decides to take initiative because DeAndre says this is primitive, but he is not primitive. So the horse bucks him off, right? Takes off in the other direction. He looks back for direction from this girl that took him boar hunting. She's fucking gone. Like, she was never even there in the first place. No dust trail or anything. Anyway, the boar starts fucking chasing him. He's so scared, he pisses himself, right? Extra weight gone. Runs up the fucking tree, pisses himself again. The boar's just smacking into the tree, right? Trauma happens, and like, it's like walking into a movie theater. You walk in during the day, and all of a sudden you come out and it's fucking nighttime outside. It's nighttime outside. He's like, all right, I feel like I can come down from this tree now. He leaves. The girl's not even at the trailhead anymore. She just fucking left him there. He shows up to the house the next day, and the parents are like, what are you doing here? Who are you? And then he cusses out the girl for leaving him. Thank you very much.
I mean, not the way I would have told it, but overall, the substance of the story is correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Overall, yeah, the substance
Moral of the
is there.
story: he pissed himself twice because he couldn't figure out how to ride a horse.
The horse knew what it was doing. The horse knew how to do it.
No. You didn't know how to ride a horse, because even if the horse would have like even if the horse decided to buck you off, you still, if you knew how to ride a horse, you would have stayed on the horse.
So when I was working at the rehab, that was one of the stories I would tell everybody. Right? I would just to show like being in a being in addiction is not one of those things that making stupid decisions in addiction isn't limited to people being in addiction. I made stupid choices myself. Um,
No, you were an addiction.
I mean,
You were addicted
yeah,
to
I was in a different
doing
kind of
stupid
addiction,
shit to
but
get laid.
I mean, 18, 19, 20. The things I have done to try to get laid, I've tried to look. I have been Catholic. I have been a virgin many times. What else have I done?
I think that the stupidest thing I've ever done to get laid is
Women don't have to do stupid stuff. You just have to be like,
drugs.
hey, who wants some? Guys, we have to be like, depending
No,
on the situation, you gotta be
I was
damn
the
near
weird girl
deceitful.
where I came from. I actually had to do shit to get laid.
Nah, I'm gonna call
I had
Cap.
to prove that I was a
I'm
fun
gonna call
person.
Cap. I don't think there's too many chicks out there that have genuinely had to put in effort, and I don't mean like genuine effort. Like no. I mean like, because when people say, "Oh, I have to try," it's they're also pretending like they don't got like 4 or 5 guys in their DM like thirsty for their bathwater. Okay.
I'm telling you, growing up, like that was not my story. Like, it really, it wasn't. Like
You.
I just became hot. Like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
She said I just
Like
became
I'm
hot.
so serious.
What are
I'm
you, a
so
fucking
serious.
caterpillar?
I'm so serious. Like 2 or 3 years ago, like I just snapped out of it. I used to be so fucking goth that people would call me the quiet kid in the back of the classroom. Like I
You
got out of
say
high
that.
school and started talking to people after I became like
Hold on.
slightly normal, and people thought I was gonna shoot up the school. Like all seriousness.
Hold on. Let me find a picture of me from high school, bro, because I'm about to show you. This is the guy, okay? Hold on. Picture of me in the Air Force. Picture of me. Hold on, because we got to go back in time. There it is. Bop. We're going to put that there. That's Air Force me. Now, where is high school me?
And then when I wasn't goth, I looked like I was trying to lay girls. Like I didn't know how to, like I grew up with a single dad. Nobody ever taught me how to be feminine.
Yeah.
So
You do
I
you.
just like I just like I did, you know, what my friends did. And all my friends were guys. So I just, you know, like God, my chat is not working. Like I cannot drop anything in the chat right now.
That sounds like a skill issue.
No, like my buttons won't work. Like nothing. Like all I can do is scroll up and down.
And then, okay, so I'll put it in the chat. Okay.
Can I message you a photo to put in the chat?
Yeah.
Because I can't put it in the chat. Okay.
Actually, that's
Like
weird.
it will
Why
not
can't
go
I
to
put
the
it in
chat.
the chat? Hold up. It's not letting me press enter. Up there it is. Okay. So look. BAP. And display capture. Boop. Boom. So look. That's me in high school, right?
Mhm.
Super nerdy looking. Just I should not. You know what I mean? This is the face of a guy who's got to put in effort. Okay? Effort. This is also the face of a guy who had to put in effort. Okay? I wasn't like, what's it called? Burn him with fire ugly. But, you know, like, I feel like it's different for girls and guys. Well, back then, man, I was like, dude, I'm average. I got to put in something. And a lot of times, what I was putting in was my life on the line. Oh, you got racist dad? Yeah, I don't mind spending the day with you at your house. Before we have like Uber and Lyft, where I had to take an actual taxi.
Dude, okay, so like this is what I looked like in high school when I did not have makeup on. Okay?
You sent it.
Like,
Hold on. You sent it to me. Now I'm gonna put it on Discord. So give me a second, and then
I'm
I gotta
sending you
open it
two
up on my
photos.
Discord here. Damn,
Like,
this is a process.
I lived in a town with like maybe 1,200 people. All right. So, like, the way that I looked during high school, like, that was like, first picture is like
Okay,
freshman, sophomore year.
I gotta
Junior
save
year, I shaved my
both of
head
these.
bald.
Now put
Like,
both of
bald,
them. In the,
bald.
sorry. Yep.
No, you're okay. I shaved my head like bald, bald. I was the weird kid, okay? Senior year, I look like the picture where like I look kind of like a man.
Okay, is which one is high school and which one's like later on from high school, or are they both high school?
They're both high school. So
Okay, then fuck it. I'll
first
just put both of
one,
them up.
first
Because
one
I'm
is
letting you
like
know
my
right now,
freshman.
no one is going to sit here and look at you and go, you wasn't hot in high school. Like,
I
no.
really, I really compared to like okay, I don't think you understand though. I come from a small town, DeAndre. Like the girls
What the
that
fuck is happening?
people wanted, the girls that people wanted were like
Okay.
cheerleader. Like it was literally like a fucking TV show. It was like blonde girls and cheerleaders and popular girls. Like I was not hot in high school, and I was
Okay.
weird. Like
You
I
made,
was, I was like the one that would fight people. Like I was the one that was quiet, didn't really have no friends. Like
yeah, I'm going
and
to,
I was a stoner and nobody wanted to like hang out with me.
so I'm going to have to break your heart and say you wasn't one of us. You wasn't an ugly kid. You may have been like a, I don't know, Seattle, like 5, but you would have been a
No,
Kentucky
no.
10
Like
easily.
I came from okay, I came from a very small town in the Cascade Mountains called Roslyn, Washington. There is now 2,200 people in the town. Previously, 1,500 people. There were 60 people in my graduating class. 60 of them. All right. I was like a 2 in high school.
Nah, bruh. I'm
I
gonna have to
got
call
out of
Cap.
high
I'm gonna have
school.
to see like yearbook photos, and we're just gonna have to put them on and let like the people decide. Because I'm just letting you know right now, you didn't have to try. You didn't have to try.
I got out of
No
I
one
got out
that's
of
gonna
high
see
school.
this stream is gonna go look at you and go, "Oh yeah,
Maybe
yeah."
here because
She had to
it's
put in
normal
some
to be
effort. Like
it's
no,
normal it's normal to be weird in the city, but I'm telling you right now, like I grew up in high school, I grew up with an ugly girl experience.
dude.
I got
Every guy
out of
I
high
know
school.
growing up had a crush on Shigo, the goth chick from Danny Phantom.
Nobody did that where I'm
Bruh,
from. Like
nah, capping.
I'm
I was
I'm
in
not though.
ROTC, wore glasses. People knew me, and I didn't know why they knew me. I was an average dude. I wasn't like, again, burn me with fire ugly. But at the same time, I had to put in effort. I wasn't just standing
DeAndre,
there and guys are
on my
drooling
dad's
over me. Or chicks,
on
whatever.
my father's grave, like the first time anybody ever called me pretty was when I was like 19.
That is
I am so
genuinely.
serious.
Look, on
Like
your father's
other
grave,
than
I
like
understand. I know how serious you are about
creepy
that.
old dudes, other than creepy old dudes, the only compliment I those were the only compliments I ever received were like from creepy old dudes
Hold on.
where
What
I
is,
worked.
hold on. What is my ugliest picture from my high school days?
Like
Like,
I wish I could really just
I wasn't a
I'm so
photogenic kid.
serious. I was
Like,
so like I was made fun of. Like they called me Mountain Dew girl for like 2 years
that's
because
crazy. I ain't gonna even lie. That
like
right there, that is crazy. Mountain Dew girl.
well they dumped Mountain Dew on my head in the cafeteria one
That's
day.
that's tragic.
Yeah.
That is tragic. Hold on. I gotta go way back in time. Sort through all my fucking memes. That is crazy. I missed that Pikachu hat. Scrolling back in
Yeah,
time.
I wish I had pictures of me like
I
I
don't have
just
a lot of
don't
solo pictures of me.
because we all lived in an era where we just took weird selfies and shit like that.
Took weird selfies. Took weird like odd not couple pictures, but like friend picture. All my
Yeah,
friends were girls.
all my friends were guys growing up, so felt
Oh,
like I
man.
just didn't get along with girls.
Dude, I just looked
They were
angry.
also the people who dumped Mountain Dew on my head, so I just did not fuck with the girls where I grew up.
All right, now I gotta put this in the Discord. Bam. They are down in Discord. I just think that's crazy. I feel like a lot of chicks don't get that. I guess the ugly girl treatment, because like maybe I'm just used to it. Like the ugly girl treatment for me, I've never seen anyone genuinely get the ugly girl treatment.
You know, like I grew
Like
up like being traumatized in high school because of how I looked, and like it made me want to like isolate. Like I didn't hang out with my peers, like hung
that's
out with people who
baby me.
dropped out of high school and like just were already out of high school.
I
Like
personally think I had a
I
weird
did
head
not
as a
hang out
kid.
with people.
I just I got made fun of like with amongst the band kids. But when I think about it, like if I had to like think about it genuinely and be honest, I don't think I ever had like problems making friends and stuff.
Dude,
Like
the kids who ate paper made fun of me.
that's crazy.
Like the weird nerdy kids
the
who would play
the
wizards on
inbred like
like the
incestuous
yes,
siblings.
like yes, dude, the people who would like play fucking like wizards during gym period and ate paper made fun of me. Like I am this is how tragic my high school experience was. I'm
Genuinely,
so
I'm halfway
serious.
expecting, and hear me out, okay? Because this nothing will make it funnier. Is if like everyone in your high school was like butt ass ugly, and then these are a bunch of like inbred hillbillies making fun of you, who is the only normal looking person in your teeny tiny town. Like, ha ha, she
Genuinely,
has two
like
eyes.
they were genuinely like all really good looking people though, so like that's the thing. And like they like
Were they
actually had
actually good
prospects.
looking, or is this like your interpret? Like when you in your heart of hearts, in your trauma, you're like, oh, these were hot people. They were clearly the it people. Like when you look back in your memory, are they still hot, or you're like, huh? Now that I think about it,
No, like I look back in my looking back in my looking back, like they're still like they're not bad looking people.
I just
Like I wish I could share my screen. Like, can I share my?
me
Is that an
personally, right?
option?
When I think about my high school experience, okay, I remember me and my boy Greg Edwards, bruh. Shout out, Greg. We would sit there. We would run down the hallway. We would come in off the bus, right? We would run down the hallway and we would penguin slide down the ramp as soon as we got there. And somehow we both still got chicks. I don't understand it. Like we would do weird shit, but like everybody knew my name. If you knew my name for one reason or another, I was like the not. I wasn't like the cool popular kid, but I was surprisingly well known. Popular by definition, if that makes sense.
I was just well known because I was weird.
I mean, I don't know. And see, maybe that's another thing. Like, I feel like depending on where you live, all right, I feel like your experiences differ, and I know that obviously, like, no, duh, of course. But I mean, even something as simple as like I have in my high school, right? I never remembered anybody being bullied for being gay. Genuinely, never. I never knew anyone that cared. We knew people that were gay, and we just didn't care. No one cared. You wore a purse, whatever. Um, I don't. Hell, one of the coolest people I know, to this day, I have no clue what their gender is. I went my whole life not knowing what their gender was. But I know, like,
People where I'm from got strung up to the goalpost for being gay.
see, and to me, that's crazy that that was even a thing. And because you're younger than me, that makes it even wilder. Because you're talking almost what? Almost 20 years ago from damn, that is fucking crazy to say out loud.
You're old.
Shut up and leave me alone. I just, as I said it, my heart hurt. Oh my god, that was high school was almost 20 years ago for me. Cause what? You're like 14. Hold on, 14 freshmen, 15 sophomores, 16 juniors, 17 as a yeah. So I was in like 7th grade, 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago at this point. And granted, some of my gay friends might like argue this point, right? But in fairness, I was cool with them. I didn't give a fuck. I mean, to me, they might have been weird, but it wasn't because they were gay. It's just because they did some weird ass shit sometimes. Um, I got none but love for all my like trans and gay friends that I've known pretty much since middle school. And at least in my circle, I never saw them getting bullied or picked on or anything like that. If anything, I felt like most people loved them. Whether you were my boy Kyle from high school, don't get me wrong, I picked on him, but that was because he did weird shit. And plus, I like fucking with Kyle. He was a cool kid. And then I don't know. For me, it's just crazy how like in Louisville, I feel like most people just didn't care if you were gay, trans, whatever. But I mean, obviously, in your town of 200 people, you got strung up by the basketball goal. I mean,
like this is what
it's crazy to me.
Like this was like the standard for I just sent you. Like it was like the standard for like being pretty where I was from. Like I literally like I avoided getting strung up because I would fight people. Like
oh wait, you sent it to my phone. Oh, I gotta do a whole thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. That's why I'm gonna sit here and monologue for a second. I would fight people because I used to get beat up really really bad when I was in middle school, and when I got to high school, I decided like that I wasn't playing that fucking game no more. It's like the first time somebody tried to fuck with me, I got suspended over it, and nobody ever tried to fuck with me again.
That happened to me back in like 5th grade. And my dad might tell a different story, but I was straight up scrapping motherfuckers.
Like, I was scrapping people from like 5th grade until like 8th grade. And the 9th grade, I got in one fight and nobody ever decided to fuck with me again. Basically, I broke a dude's penis.
Wait, what?
He had to move away like the whole 9 yards. Yeah, like I'm so serious. I broke him.
We don't
like,
promote violence. I don't promote violence.
But like that was like this is like the standard for like people that I grew up with. So like from like the standpoint of what people looked like in my high school growing up, like I was very abnormal. People did not fuck with me.
I feel like they're very
like I was weird.
They look like movie cheerleaders.
I'm so serious. Like my high school was basically a movie, and I was just like the weird kid in the background.
The weird goth
that didn't
chick.
talk to nobody.
Okay. I mean, but that doesn't mean you were ugly. I mean, I feel like there's a difference between you being weird.
But to them, that was ugly.
Okay.
Like I'm so serious. Like I got out of high school and quit wearing makeup, and all these dudes that used to pick on me and throw me shit and call me Mountain Dew girl and fucking make fun of me. Like they started texting me and they were like, like Maddie, you got like really hot, and I'm like, fuck off, basically.
To me, and again, that's crazy because I just know for a fact, like in Louisville, you wouldn't. First off, most guys would probably be drinking your bathwater in my fucking high school. That's being honest. God, that's crazy, yo. Because I'm like I said, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, yo, I wouldn't have lasted in your fucking town. I didn't see a single black guy in any of those pictures, by the way. And I've been looking. No, I'm still looking.
There is one. There was. We had 2 Indian kids. 2 Indian kids, 2 Hispanic kids, and 1 like actually like ebony like dark dude. And he was the kid that ate paper. Like. And then we had a couple mixed kids, but they dropped out in like sophomore year, and everybody kind of forgot about them.
That is crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't have survived, man. I would have definitely been the ugly guy. That is insane. But I'm also looking at the time.
If you
say what?
Like if you were like you would not have lasted at my high school simply just because you watch anime. Like I'm so serious. Like you would have somebody would have found out you watched anime, you would have been the kid that watches hentai.
Ah,
Like,
yeah.
because that's what
I mean,
anime
that
was.
was at my high school too. Oh, you watch anime? Let me get you watch that hentai, bro. And I'm just like, dude. And that to me, I've always hated that. Like, the moment you are associated with anime, the first thing people want to say is, "Oh, you watch hentai," and I'm like, dude, that's like saying because you watch cartoons, you watch cartoon porn. Like, you made that leap
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. It's just like my high school experience was just not fun. Like it really wasn't. And then I got out of high school, and now I've like I can talk to these people normally. You know what I mean? Like not the people that bullied me, but like the people that just didn't really associate themselves with me. Like I talked to them. Like I had a couple friends. They were like those girls that were just like friends with everyone. Those guys that were just friends with everyone. Like we check in like once every like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And like, but it's like people who got out of Cleellum and Roslyn, like people who stayed are still stuck in that little box, and like it's crazy to see what being well traveled and like just getting out of your itty bitty hometown will do for you. Now, if
Yeah.
you've grown up in the city, it's a little bit different. Like you can go to different parts of your city. Like you can like the difference between like Valley Station and fucking the Highlands, crazy difference.
I mean,
You know
that's
what
an
I mean?
economical difference. I mean, you're talking like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that make
It's
minimum
an it's an
wage
economic
and
it's
like
an
food
economic
stamps
thing.
versus the people that have trust funds.
It's an economic thing. Where I'm from, there's like 3 or 4 rich kids, but they all blend in together because everybody is the exact that gets paid the exact same. Everyone, and they're
Everybody
all
works
like
in the
upper
same
middle
factory
class.
type shit.
Well, everybody had like a minimum wage was the same, and you either made like nobody's parents like if you made like the cliques were made up of like different economic sectors. Like you had the nerds who like lived in the trailer park near the lake. You had the people who lived on the lake. You had the people who lived in the gated community, and you had the people who lived in the suburbs, or
And then
just like
there's you
in
living in
town.
the woods, covered in deer urine.
Yep,
And again, I stand by this. Like, to me, that's. I feel like not
it's
enough
a normal thing.
people are even aware of that, you know?
Ask ask AI. Like I'm so serious. It's a normal thing for hunters to cover themselves in like animal musk and go hunting.
Maybe animal musk, but not urine.
That's what musk is,
Musk
DeAndre.
isn't urine.
That's what animal musk is. It's literally urine
Is animal musk urine?
for hunting. Clarify for hunting. Like if you go to Cabela's and you get elk musk, it's like cow elk urine.
Boom.
It
See?
isn't just urine. Near the bottom there. So in hunting,
But
musk
musk
isn't
is like
just
from the
urine.
glands.
Okay, deer urine is common in hunting.
Yeah. We're not arguing this one.
Okay.
Okay?
I just didn't want you to think it was like
Hold
some
on.
weird one-off thing because it's really not. Like it's so normal.
Yeah.
Like
We're not talking about the highlighted section right here, folks. I'm pointing out the musk. You know? The musk is from
I
glands.
called it my dad used to call it the same shit because it works the same way.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine it working the same, but for who's right and who's wrong, I was right. But, you're used to hearing that. I'm not always right, but when I am,
We have run out of time in our podcast. It is 6:50 and we have come to the end of a very good session of Around the Block. I would like to I would like to thank our sponsor, Dubby. Use our promo code,
really, because
which
I'm right?
DeAndre will.
Nah, you see how she does me? You see how she does me, folks? But yes, sponsored by Dubby. Don't worry, we're gonna get those promo codes by the next stream. So be looking forward to that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and just know D is always